sameness there is peace. Exceptionalism is a lie. Free yourself from your cutie mark.
Hello, listeners, and welcome to episode 98 of Pony 411. This is the week of April 5th, and you know exactly what that means. It's April. Wait, no, that's not it. Just it. It's also the season 5 premiere has happened. It's happened. So yes, I'm Nemesis, and joining me is Alca7raz.
Hey.
And join us for our however long we're talking and hyping and going crazy and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to do that because, yeah, season 5 premiere. That's our discussion topic. Not surprising. But first, we do have some news. Not a lot, but there are a couple big things in there. And if you want to follow along with it, go to pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. And remember, it's LIBSYN. So to get started with convention stuff, Equestria LA has opened registration. It's in, it's a September con, I believe. So if you're down in the LA area, you can go down to the LA area.
You're probably at BabsCon at the moment.
Well, that's San Francisco. It's north of California. It's like 700-mile difference.
True.
California's a big state.
It is a big state.
BronyCon has announced that Andy Price will be attending.
Nice.
GalaCon has announced Michelle Creeber will be attending their con.
Yay, Apple Bloom.
Yes, and, well, she was swinging voice to Seabell. I don't think she is anymore. I can't remember.
I don't know.
I could have sworn they actually got Claire Corlett to sing for Sweetie Belle now. I don't remember. I'd have to double check that. BronyCan has announced 5 DHX artists.
Oh, nice.
Let's see, listing them off. They are, forgive me if I butcher any of them, Laura Bifano, Fernanda Ribeiro, Cora Kosica, Charmaine Verhagen, and Rebecca Dart. I recognize that last one.
I recognize the last one, too.
But, yes, 5. So if you want, I guess if you want to see all the art stuff, there's something for you to do. Ingrid Nelson will be attending Everfree Northwest. You know, voice of Maud Pie.
Yay.
Yes.
That sounds so exciting.
Well, she's very exciting. She's pretty much more like Pinkie Pie in real life.
That's like...
People are like, are you messing with me?
No, I've seen that a lot of places. Like Stargate SG-1, the actor who plays Teal'c.
Yeah,
his character is deadpan, but he's
totally
probably got more personality than any of the rest of the actors. It's like,
yeah, I had to double check on this one because this was announced on April 1st, so I had to make absolutely certain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun way to deal with news, right? When that's right smack in the middle of the week.
Let's announce important things when no one's going to believe us.
Exactly. In merchandise news, some of the Cutie Mark Magic Brushables have been listed on Amazon, including Applejack, Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, and Rarity. These all have like hair ribbon things with the cutie marks on them as well, which is, I guess, a nice way to keep the hair out of the way and not all explode when you try to brush it wrong. It appears that the Power Pony Brushables will be Target exclusive in the U.S. So if you want to pick them up, you're going to have to go to Target. And then you're going to have to swing over to Toys R Us if you want the Pony Mania stuff. Have fun. Because, yes, the Maniac box showed up on the internet. It says Target exclusive. And speaking of those, though, the Philly Second, Radiance, and Zap Brushables have appeared. On eBay, of all things.
eBay.
Yep.
Interesting.
So, yes, surprise. Yes, it looks like that's if that's all except for Applejack. Who's the Applejack one?
That was...
Mistress Marvelous?
I think that's what
something
it was.
Like that. Yes, something like that. You know, the Wonder Woman / Batman thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, comic news. Andy Price has released a few peeks at Fiendship is Magic number 5. That is the Chrysalis one. And they're interesting looking. Chrysalis is looking kind of disturbing and creepy, which is fitting for Chrysalis.
Fitting, yes.
Oh, and here's the first big news of the week. Well, yeah, it came out on the same time as the other one, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Surprising everyone, though, Hasbro released 3 Equestria Girls musical shorts just out of nowhere.
Yep. Out of nowhere.
All of a sudden, it's like, what? Wait, what? I don't know if the Rainbow Rock shorts, even though Friendship Games is coming. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they went with Rainbow Rock, but I guess it's because of the music.
Yeah, I think it fits the music.
But anyway, there's 3 of them. There's the Life is a Runway, which is a Rarity song. My Past is Not Today, the Sunset song, and Friendship Through the Ages, which is kind of an ensemble thing. The Rarity one was serviceable. It was all right.
It was all right. It wasn't bad. But
It was a pop song. It was just Rarity, singing about fashion stuff, and she was wearing the same outfit she was wearing in Rainbow Rocks. And you have a couple other ponies, like Derpy actually was pretty significant in this one. No, she was not like a quick 2-second appearance. No, she was actually pretty significant.
Yeah.
So were Lyra Bonbon and Berry Punch. I just think for a second, it's like the drunk one. I was just thinking the drunk one. The drunk one, that's all I can remember. It was interesting. Visually, it was nice. I like some of the effects at the end with like the line of mannequins. The line, that was a pretty
Matrix
cool little
effect.
Thing. Yeah,
I need dresses. Lots of dresses.
Yes. That was a pretty nice effect. But yeah, the Sunset one, that was more of a pop rock song. Yeah, very pop, but still rockish. Very well done vocals by Rebecca Choquette.
Very well done.
Very well done. It's just Sunset singing about her, I guess, experience kind of being evil and
trying to get away
past
from that.
Yeah, getting past that. Her past is not today.
Yes.
Visually very interesting, especially towards the end.
Rising like a phoenix.
Exactly. Phoenix
more
wings
literally than
Phoenix Super Saiyan mode.
Yeah.
Also, big notable thing about that one, though. 2 things. One, new outfit, which she has the other short as well, so it's like, this might be her new outfit for Friendship Games, if any indication. Because her old outfit...
It's the light blue dress with the jacket.
It's a different kind of... It's not a leather jacket anymore. But it's might because the old outfit was pretty much like stereotypical bad girl, and they might be wanting to change that. And also, a lot of people notice this, which is the yellow in her hair. It's different now. It's more pale.
Yeah,
it was much more. Her old hair was much more
the
golden?
lighting or what, but yeah.
Well, in both videos she's in, they did the same thing, and then you see in these flashbacks she still has her golden hair, but now it's in the more new stuff. It's the pale yellow, so it's like, huh. And I double check stuff, and because people are saying it's more like her pony hair, and I double check, and yeah, in Equestria Girls, her hair is more pale yellow.
Interesting.
As a pony, for the most part. So it's interesting how they decided to change it. I'm not sure why they decided to change it, but they did.
Interesting.
But it's an overall song, including her throwing away those pictures of her getting more maniacal when she's crowned, those which are still kind of funny. It's like, you think when someone when it's maybe teacher to go, wait a second, why is she on stage laughing maniacally? It's probably no big deal.
It's fine.
She's just excited. Right. But yeah, it was a great song in of itself.
It was a good song.
And the last one, Friendship Through the Ages, this is, like I said, ensemble piece. I can't really do a genre because it's multiple genres, so that kind of throws you off.
Every character does their own genre.
Yeah, so it opens with Twilight. She's doing a piano ballad, and then you got Fluttershy doing like a soft rock from the late 60s-ish. And then you got kind of more of a psychedelic rock sort from Rarity. And then you got punk from Rainbow Dash and classic country from Applejack. And then Pinky is 80s synth pop.
Yep.
And then you just kind of got the end bit, which is more, I guess, more modern pop. So yeah, it's multiple things mashed together. And yeah, it's ensemble. Each character has their own part, which is different visual style. You got Sunset going through with it. It's like, I guess it's, hey, look, we're a friend. It's the whole Friends with Sunset thing. It's a good song too. I would actually say that this one and the Sunset one, I kind of can't really decide which one is the two is my favorite. I like them both a lot.
Yeah, I would actually say I personally prefer the Sunset one over all of them, maybe just style-wise, followed by the Friendship Through the Ages, and then Rarities,
which was just straight pop. Yes, it was kind of interesting overall, just the different. I just like the different visual styles showing up throughout that Friendship Through the Ages. It was very interesting.
Sunset was riding a horse.
Yes, an actual horse.
An actual horse.
Horse is confirmed, I guess.
Raises some questions, though.
Yeah.
What would happen if you took that horse through the mirror?
Don't think about it too hard. Just don't think about it too hard.
Yes, considering if she had been a horse.
Well, it's a pony.
Close enough.
Totally different. Totally different. But, okay, I'm going to also go into something which is going to make him roll his eyes and sigh and be all sarcastic.
Say.
I wasn't the only one who noticed this either.
Oh, I know.
The beginning
Everyone noticed
bit
it.
with Twilight playing on the piano and stuff was, let's be honest, that was a little eyebrow raising for a lot of people because they're like, this again? What is it with pianos and shipping in this? Because we remember Lyra and Bon Bon, Rainbow Rocks. But,
Yeah.
I mean, okay, it's not like as blatant, like in your
All
face
she
as
does
the
is
Lyra Bon.
grab her hands for a minute.
Well, yeah, well, both her hands, using both hands to grab Sunset Hamlet back and away. And let's be honest, it's like the bit in that J3 movie. Remember that duet thing in that J3 movie where like, is this supposed to be romantic or what?
Yeah.
It's that same sort of thing. Where there's a lot of, it's not like one of the particular things, like a lot of little cues. They're like, to trip something in your brain. You're like, you go, this is supposed to be romantic, but then your other part of your brain goes, wait a minute, they're not. What?
It might not be.
The other part of your brain goes, wait a minute, but they've not established any sort of romance thing. So you go, it kind of makes your brain kind of stall for a couple seconds.
Yeah, I highly doubt
Because, you got the darkly lit, the piano, the looking at each other, the hand thing.
I think it's just, the style. I don't think they intended any
Like
shipping.
it's also said,
not that that's going to stop anyone from shipping it anyway, but...
Of course not. Of course not.
I don't think it was intentional.
They have screwed up before with the whole stuff that's easily interpreted in a romantic sense that was not supposed to be romantic. See Crystal Empire. Good things are a rarity.
Oh.
It's like, everyone was wondering, is Applejack flirting with Rarity? No, it's not romance.
She could have fooled me.
Discord giving flowers to Celestia.
Yeah, that one's a little bit more subtle than the...
Yeah,
Rarity
that's one of those. It's supposed to apparently be an apology or something, but still. Flowers are often a romantic gesture, so you can't blame people for that one.
It was just a simple bouquet.
It also
of
doesn't help
flowers.
that Nicole Oliver supports the ship. So then you got the Lyra Bonbon scene in Rainbow Rocks. Although they still are the jury out on. Of course, people are still insisting. I still haven't gotten any word about that because people say some official person said that's not romantic, but I never saw it. Still waiting. Someone give me that proof. I look for it myself. I can't find it.
Yeah.
They have in the past kind of done the miscues. However, and here I go, because here's the more sighing and eye rolling and stuff.
Oh boy. 2
years ago, dismissed it outright. It's never happening. Things have changed in the last year, and you cannot deny that. Things have changed, so we can no longer outright dismiss these things as just pure error until they actually say it was pure error. It's one of those, yes, I know this is partially wishful thinking.
Oh, it's a lot of wishful thinking.
And I'm not alone in this wishful thinking, but I'm just saying you can no longer actually dismiss these things as that's never happening. So when we see these weird, cute, like potentially romantic cues for any character, we have to kind of sit back and go, well, maybe. Because
I'm not going to
the world
deny
has
that
changed
it's a
between
potential.
Legend of Korra, Steven Universe, even a bit of Adventure Time now. Just things have changed.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny that it could potentially be a thing. I don't think there's enough there just yet to say that it is.
If things happen in the future, though, it's like, I told you it was coming.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say that. If it happens, all right. If they pull it off, that's great.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's enough right now to say that, yes, that's their intention.
Yeah, you can't actually say, but you never know. We cannot outright dismiss it anymore. It's just, it has to be a mistake or just something. We can no longer just outright dismiss it. Now there's that small possibility of this was intentional. They're trying to kind of hint towards the future. Who knows?
Possible, but you need to see
Only
more.
people who know are at DHX or writing staff. They're the only ones.
Yeah.
We'll find out by the end of our friendship games, I guess.
I guess. We'll see.
Anyway, that's my big babbling nonsense about that.
About shipping.
Yes, I can't help myself. The other big item news in friendship and magic stuff, it's weird and slightly hard to believe.
Again, with the timing.
Season 6 of MLP has apparently been announced.
Holy crap.
Yeah, really.
Season 6.
And it even might be coming before the end of the year.
That's the part that's even less
part
believable.
of it. Part of it was, it was announced on March 31st.
Which is really close to, well,
April Fool's Day. Which was, and not only that, at the time it was announced, a lot of April Fool's jokes are already going, but most of those are for international things and whatnot. The fact that it was just kind of a small blurb in the middle of a press release and says 2015, 2016 just kind of threw a lot of people off.
Yeah.
All that stuff and all of that, season 5 hadn't even started airing yet, so it's like one of those.
Did someone just typo?
Is it a typo? Was it supposed to say season 5? Was it supposed to say 2016? What's going on here? And then it seems like all the bunch of writers are all saying, no, it's happening.
Yeah.
So.
Bunch of confirmations saying, like, what? Yeah.
Season 6 apparently is a thing.
It seems to be a thing.
And if
we
actually
predicted that
Yeah,
was probably
it was
going
duh.
to everything
It's one
everyone
of
at
those
this
duh.
point.
Especially if it wasn't for the movie, we wouldn't know for sure. But because of the movie in 2017, it's like they're not going to leave a full year.
A full year.
A full year.
A full year. We almost had a full year,
days,
but it wasn't quite full.
But yeah, it's just kind of an interesting thing in that they're announcing it now. Of course, they usually announce in spring, so it might be them trying to return to their old schedule again.
Maybe.
Or maybe they're trying to, oh God, what if they're just going to try to shorten the hiatuses so they're already working on season 7 as well?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
7 seasons.
7 seasons.
And a movie.
And a movie. Oh boy.
But anyway, that's of course, like I said, it's not. It doesn't necessarily say it will premiere in 2015, but the wording of the press release, because there's this initial introduction, then there's going through all this stuff that's coming up, and based on all that, it would imply season 6 is coming before the end of 2015, which would mean we have an extremely short hiatus
Extremely
between season 5 and
short.
6, like no more than 3 months, which
is
would be
unusual.
the shortest hiatus ever.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone of us would complain about that, but.
It's quite unusual to have that short of a hiatus.
I don't know. I'm noticing a lot of cartoons are starting to really just kind of not do that. They're just like, okay, no more breaks. Just season 1. The season ends. Next season starts 2 weeks later. They're starting to do that now because what they're doing is they're really working on them faster, more ahead of time. So things are changing. Who knows? It might be just it might not come out to 2016. So don't get too hyped up for it coming in 2015. I would say. If they confirm yes 2015,
holy crap,
yeah, bananas. But I would suspect probably 2016. But anyway, which way, apparently season 6 is coming, assuming this wasn't just an oops of an April Fool joke gone horribly wrong. But the fact they haven't said anything since then would tell me that it's not a joke.
Someone will say between
tomorrow. We'll cut this whole thing out with me just saying, yeah, guess what? It turned out it was fake. This is another thing that leads me to believe it's not a joke, because another thing that was announced via Megan McCarthy's Twitter, that Mike Vogel, the former VP at Hasbro, is now a writer for season 6.
Isn't he part of the movie too?
Yes, he's a co-producer on the movie.
Yeah.
So he's now a writer.
Interesting.
That's what he's doing now. We were wondering about that. He decided to go from the executive side to the creative side.
Nice.
Who knows what his output will be? We'll find out, I guess, next year. By next year.
That's a good one. Whenever it comes out.
Yes. Because, we still got season 5. Because, anyway, that's the news. And that's season 5, because the premiere happened.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for almost a year for this one, and it's finally here. The 2-part season 5 premiere. And, well, to quickly summarize, I hope quickly anyway.
Hopefully we'll see how this goes.
It opens in Twilight's castle. And they're kind of all sitting on their thrones, we're talking, and figuring out what Twilight's supposed to do, and she's trying to figure out and then all of a sudden map pops up from the floor, and it shows their cutie marks all centering on one spot on this map, and like, oh, I guess we wants us to go there, so they go there, and they find this kind of just isolated town that's just kind of there and creepy with ponies that are just always smiling this unnerving smile.
A very unnerving smile.
So they kind of go to investigate to see what's going on. Everyone seems fine, and they meet the leader, Starlight Glimmer, who is talking about how everyone, she has this philosophy about friendship. Apparently, everyone has to be equal to be truly happy. Because if one pony is better than another pony, that's gonna lead to a rift in friendship, and they can't actually be friends. Because eventually, they're gonna get upset with each other and argue and bicker. But everyone being exactly the same in every way, all harmony will be achieved. Is her idea.
When everyone is special, no one is, or something to that effect.
So they're a little suspicious, and they eventually meet a small group of ponies who seem to want their cutie marks back, because that's the thing, is that all their cutie marks have been removed and replaced with equal signs. They want their cutie marks back, and they kind of are talking to the main 6, and they want to know what's going on here, because, what's it like? And stuff like that. And they kind of want them back, even for a little bit. And Starlight finds out, and the main 6 are forcibly get their cutie marks removed when they see the wall of cutie marks that's being held.
The vault of cutie marks, and they get theirs forcibly removed, and they're kind of put under a house arrest of sorts until they submit. And so the main 6 come up with a plan to get out and get their cutie marks back, get everyone's cutie marks back. And it turns out that Starlight Glimmer is a fraud, because she still has her own cutie mark. Go figure.
After that, the town rebels, and they get their cutie marks back, and they have to save the main 6 because, Starlight Glimmer held on to the main 6s. And they have to give chase, and she
and eventually she fails, and the main six get the cutie marks back, but then she's able to run off and vowing to return. And that's kind of the end of the episode, more or less, with the town celebrating and whatnot, because they were saved.
Yay.
So yeah, that's more or less the overall thing. I hope you watched it so you don't have to get too much into detail. This was a very interesting episode. I enjoyed it. I think the season 4 premiere is still stronger, but this is still a very strong start, and it still leaves a lot of stuff for us to get into over the season.
I will agree with there. It was not the strongest of starts, but still definitely gonna work.
Yes, very much so. It's also, this episode also has quite a bit of good animation, of course.
Holy crap.
They keep, and of course,
every season seems to get better.
Yes, and this particular time it's faces.
Holy crap!
Lots of funny faces in this one. Just
Pinky.
Yes,
right
Pinky.
In the beginning with that. That's just great.
Not just the beginning. But
not just the beginning,
place.
but all of her suspicious faces and stuff like that in the very beginning.
And that
amazing.
one crazy, there was that crazy cult who was trying to, I didn't listen.
That was
crazy guys.
Party favor.
Yeah, party favor. That's what it was.
But I didn't listen.
That was
great.
A good face. That was the
Greatest face.
Line. That was a good set of lines. It's just funny. And let's be honest, this whole town is presented very much like pretty much a cult, a brainwashing cult,
pretty much.
And it's kind of weird. This is a villain who is very different from the villains we've had. We've had Nightmare Moon want to shroud the world in eternal darkness. We had Chaos, or Discord wants to just cause chaos because it's funny. Sombra wants to take over the Crystal Empire, and you got Tirek who just wants everyone's magic, and Sunset who wants to take over Equestria because she deserves it.
And Chrysalis.
And the Sirens who want to take over that world, and I guess possibly take over Equestria, I don't know. And you got Chrysalis who wants just to feed her hive and thinks, well, Equestria seems like a good source of food.
Especially Canterlot.
But this villain, Starlight Glimmer, she thinks that ponies can only be friends if they're completely 100% the same as everyone else. She wants the same thing as Twilight and her friends, but in a completely wrong fashion.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
It's very interesting. It's kind of weird because she's so kind and charismatic initially. You don't see really initially anything really wrong with her. It's just one of those that's like, huh. And then as time goes on, we see more and more holes poked through the facade. But it's just interesting to see. But even at the end, she still obviously believes that. She believes that ponies cannot be friends unless they're equal, and there's nothing outstanding about any of them.
I wonder what made her... Well, I wonder what pushed her into that belief.
We don't know. We don't
know anything about her backstory.
There might have been some fight she had when she was younger that influenced this.
Yeah.
But it's a very interesting thing because she's not necessarily bad. This is our really first time we have a villain who's introduced who is not necessarily bad right off the bat. I mean,
her methods are, but
her methods are
what she's
terrible,
trying to accomplish isn't
misguided.
Inherently.
But she's like misguided at best. She's not outright evil. She's misguided and angry. And it's also interesting just because at the end she isn't captured or redeemed or killed or anything. She gets away.
Yeah.
We never had that before.
Nope. They've always tied...
Well, sort of.
Yeah, sort of.
The Sirens got away, but they're powerless, so they're not a threat. But she got away, and she knows that she says she'll be back.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting if, like we predicted, this might be a recurring villain.
Or she might just appear again in season finale.
Like Luna.
I hope she pops up throughout the season. Because it seems like they're going to be going around... It seems to be set up as, like we all predicted, they're going to be going around Equestria solving problems.
Yep, solving friendship problems.
And this is their first big one, which is there's someone who's, I guess, messing it up for everyone there.
That would be interesting if she's subtly influencing everything from behind the scenes, or some things from behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. And she supposedly has an artifact that takes cutie marks, but turns out it's her own magic, which is another.
Yeah, her special talent is taking
apparently
cutie marks
or something, or she just knows how.
She says she studied that for years,
and then Twilight just comes in.
Well, the magic is broken easily once you release it; it returns to its owner. But
yeah, and I just find it funny. Was it like she did this? She didn't teleport. I thought she teleported. Some of those previews seem to just show that her teleporting, but no, it's actually some weird like bubble barrier thing where it's like it kind of expands out and gives her enough room to run.
Yeah.
Which she did again, and look, try emulated exactly right. It's like, well, look, try doing her old thing. It's like, I'm just gonna. I see spell once. I want to do it myself. No problem.
With the shield?
Yeah.
That was a little bit different, though. It was a little bit different.
A little bit, but still.
Probably just had a general general shield in front of her.
That's a different kind than the like Shinings.
Yeah, it was different than she's used before, but she's used like a bubble.
I know, I was saying, it's just kind of funny. It's still continuing that trend of she sees something, she can do it.
I think it was slightly different, but close enough.
Also, I think one of the funnier bits was when Applejack lost her cutie mark, she lost her countryisms.
Oh, she lost her. Yeah, it was.
So
it was
countryisms
great.
are magic effect.
They're just part of her special talent.
That just raises further questions.
Yeah, the talent of countryisms.
That was interesting.
That was hilarious, is what that was.
Yes, that was one of the funnier jokes, I think. Although there were some good ones, just the muffins and the really nasty muffins, and
forced Pinky to eat them all.
And her just being sick and starting to look like Truffle Shuffle at the end. That was, and just watching them it's kind of an interesting effect was, when they start living up to their talent again, it just kind of somehow restricts them.
Yeah, the equals cutie mark starts flaring whenever they start showing off their talents.
Yes,
and it brings them back in. It's a bit interesting.
Yes, Pinky gets super excited and then
deflate.
Fluttershy tries talking to a bird. Oh,
nope, can't understand him anymore.
These tweets don't make any sense.
Not even the tweets make sense anymore.
You know that had to be a thing. You know that had to be a small thing to Twitter. Because let's be honest, some of those tweets that they get don't make sense. What is going on?
Probably not a very good actor.
What? You mean Applejack's not a good actor?
No, I mean, he did pretty good, but...
She actually did a pretty good job kind of being acting.
Yeah.
And also Dash trying to go fast and...
Nope.
No.
Can't go fast.
Gotta go slow.
It's ridiculous.
And Rarity freaking out because she can't tell what's beautiful anymore.
I can't tell.
She's starting to like the drapes. Deep down inside, she knows they're hideous.
Yeah.
Oh, the noise she made when she first, the local fashion, she actually starts to throwing up noises.
Because those vests are just...
Yeah.
Such great looking vest things.
They're amazing. What are you talking about? Clearly, Rarity is not the fashion she thinks he is. But yes, this was very interesting. It was still entertaining. It was not. I would say I'm trying to think of the ranking of how I would rank the premieres overall. 4. I'm gonna go ahead and say 5 for now. 4, 5, 2, 3, 1.
I'm trying to remember the 3.
It's Crystal Empire.
Right.
Sombra.
Yeah. I think I would actually put... I mostly the same, but I think I would swap 3 and 1. Put 3 at the bottom and 1 at second to last.
I wouldn't. I would not at all. I would definitely put 1 at the bottom just because it's the early thing and there's still some rough stuff going on. There was, what was I thinking of? Just also funny when Fluttershy had to be all solo again and getting out of the chimney and then, it gotta be,
God, you made it 2 feet.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, it would be Fluttershy with a bucket of water.
Yep, your face.
Your face! Except this time she missed.
It's like, oh crap.
It's like, oh crap. But she didn't miss completely.
Got 1 drop on there, which was enough to...
All it took.
Because she was, Starlight Glimmer was faking it by painting over her cutie mark and replacing it. And because, well, as she said, she needed their magic to be able to...
Take the... Yeah, it wasn't the staff. It was her magic.
Interesting because... Yeah, so this means, it disables a unicorn's magic ability. Which is weird because it doesn't disable Pegasus from flying, but it just makes them all the same speed.
Yeah.
You think it just make a unicorn like just super basic magic or something?
I think that would probably make more sense.
That might be it too, because she can't. If
we've
she
already
can't do the spell, she just can do basic magic.
Yeah, we've already seen with like Tyrek when Pegasi lose their magic, they
can't fly at all.
They can't fly at all. Should make sense. It's kind of small wings.
Also, yeah, let's be honest, all those grins were creepy. They were.
They were creepy. Pinky was right.
Yeah, this episode was actually kind of creepy and unsettling at times.
I think it was intended to be.
Yeah, and it's of course, then people try to draw parallels to real world political things, and that's.
There was a while, I can't remember the name of that book that they said it was based off. I haven't read that, but that's what I was heard it was based
very
off
heavily
of.
inspired by.
Yeah.
But very careful about trying to apply human political stuff into a world of fantasy magic ponies.
Yeah, it's just not a very good idea.
So I would just try to avoid that and just enjoy it for what it is. It's just a kind of a misapplied version of friendship.
Another thing, we had another song.
Oh yeah, that's
we had a song.
It was, yeah.
It was a bit interesting. From what I believe, Daniel Ingram tweeted that was actually inspired by World War II propaganda.
Which makes sense.
So
very much makes sense. Which is probably also part of the reason why it's not a particularly good song.
Well, it's not good as in good versus evil, but it's also I think it's good for what it is.
What I mean is
it's not the best greatest song ever made, but I don't think it's.
I think it's kind of a particularly weak song, particularly compared to everything else that's been output by the show. It's just I think that's the thing is it was inspired by World War II propaganda, so you just you're stuck in this. You're kind of stuck in this particular slot, and you can't really get out of it. And World War II propaganda ain't exactly great listening material.
Yeah, true. It's not, but it fit. It worked for what it was. For what it was.
Still unsettling,
and it was intended to be. It's gonna be kind of creepy.
Yes.
Although I was getting some flashbacks to Lion King during some of those scenes.
Yeah, the marching.
They're marching in a row. It's like, oh wow.
Which World War II?
World War II, which is where the Be Prepared song was sort of the marching. Hyenas.
Yes, indeed.
We saw the hills that we had seen before the season came out. There were some predictions that the mountainscapes and such were Griffin.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen them here, so that's not it. That's not the Griffin areas.
Nope.
Right.
Womp womp.
So, oh well.
Wrong again, fandom.
We still might see them, but
not here.
Not here.
Not there. Yes.
Yeah.
You're neither here nor there.
Ha 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 ha.
I'm just kind of interested where this is going to go in the future because, like I said, we got this map. It's obviously not going to be every episode. I mean, based on the synopses we got already, we're going to have episodes in Ponyville, but we're also definitely going to have episodes outside of Ponyville. We've already know that too.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be interesting what pops up and where Starlight Glimmer, if she factors in at all over the season, if she comes back not until the season finale, and then of course, will she see how she's wrong? Will she be to the end? And whatnot. And I just remembered what I was thinking about. The propaganda, that's what kicked me. When it's locked in the house, that speaker just sitting there, that propaganda. It's just, that's
World War II kind of propaganda stuff.
Yes, the speaker.
What do they call those?
And also a little reminiscent of BioShock.
A little bit, especially how many times
I remember playing through BioShock, you get those random announcements telling you that, about such and such thing. It's like you have to think a certain way, and this is the same sort of thing.
Basically,
yeah.
Every time, how many times Starlight dropped the phrase "Would you kindly"?
Yeah, exactly. That didn't help either.
That didn't help either.
Or "Would you kindly," some variation of it. It's like BioShock vibes, man.
Again, they already dropped BioShock once.
Yes, that was Infinite though. The Tesses.
Yep.
And also, Spike was pretty much left out right out of the bat. Get rid of him.
Which makes sense. Not much he could have done.
Cutie marks.
He doesn't have one.
A little hoofball.
Hoofball.
Big Mac. Hoofball stuff with Big Mac.
I wonder if that's going to come back or if that was just a one-time joke.
Probably one time.
Hoofball.
Hoofball. We already know hoofball was a thing just because of what they said
Shining
before.
armor, was it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think
they said hoofball was a thing already, so it makes sense because you're not going to call it football. They don't have feet.
They don't have feet.
They have hooves. This was something I kind of noticed, and it's like, and you kind of were like wondering too, and it's like, some of the scenes, it's like, is Twilight even taller now?
Yeah, I'm
There's
still
a couple
not so
scenes, like she's like half
it.
a head taller than like Starlight Glimmer. It's like,
but then in some other scenes, not as much.
It's hard to tell. Sometimes
her height is starting to vary.
The perspective is a little weird sometimes. It's like, but are they trying to definitively make her taller again? Because that's one of those things I swear up and down in like last season where they were like, I swear up over the course of the season, they kept like bumping her up just a little tiny bit at a time. I'm like, is she supposed to be taller, or was that just a weird animation thing? Because then other scenes are like, oh, look, she's next standing right next to her friend. This isn't like a weird thing where she's close to the camera. No, she's right next to, like, Rarity, and she's still half a head taller.
But there were some other scenes where they're really close, and she wasn't a full half head. So it's like, I don't know. I did notice that a lot of times that she did seem taller.
So I'm wondering if that's something they're now building towards, like, by the end of the series. Oh, whoa, what the heck? Why am I looking down at Luna?
What?
One of those things, like, when this happened? But yeah, so that's an interesting thing. I don't know if it's going to factor in at all, but that would be interesting.
It would be.
Because, well, we've already got 3 Alicorns who are taller than every other pony, so.
My tallest.
She's tall. It's already been established she is taller than her friends now, and we had that joke already about in testing where she's, I'm not that tall.
I'm not that tall.
Not that tall.
That tall. Not
but
yet.
She's taller, but who knows where that's going to go.
Yeah.
If it's going to go anywhere.
If it's going to go anywhere, yeah, we don't know. We shall see.
I hope so.
Because, leadership is defined by your height.
Exactly. That's why Tyrek got bigger when you It all makes sense now.
Everything makes sense. And then they're going to go on a galactic conquest. Is Spike Gur?
No, please stop now. Just stop now. We're going too far already. But yes, this was very interesting premiere. Still entertaining. Kind of more low-key than other premieres. A lot of the premieres tend to be pretty big and bombastic. This one's pretty low-key. Now, even ended with the main 6 not having to really save the day. It was the other ponies who saved the day because the main 6 weren't capable of doing anything because they didn't have any other talents.
Yeah, and they actually mentioned that right there in the end scene. It's their turn.
Yes. What was it? I think it was Dash complained that they were being saved by these other ponies.
Yep.
Yes, that's what it was. So
we came here to save them, and
they're saving us.
Yep.
So it all worked out in the end, but who knows with Starlight Glimmer actually return?
It worked out in the end, on the rear end, with all the cutie marks on the...
Yes.
So many butts this episode.
Yeah, not surprising. When you're focusing on cutie marks and they're on the butts, well...
So many butts.
Not enough, though, apparently.
Apparently not for some people. More butts. This is an episode you really can watch for the plot.
Ha ha.
That was horrible. No.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, I am. No, I'm not.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yes, so it's very interesting. I also like that they stayed. They actually decided to stay in there.
Yeah, they didn't just take off.
Well, also the ponies who live there.
Oh, yeah, that
too. Ponies live there too. Just, no, it's our home. Why should we got rid of the one who's messing it all up, so why should we go?
Yep.
Fix up the place, we're good. We can now do our stuff.
What if they're gonna come back? Come back and see how things have happened.
Either
changed.
I don't think we're gonna have a whole episode dedicated to come up. They're probably gonna appear again, like in the finales. Remember we had the flashbacks in last season's finale. Look, there's the Coco and there's the Runderbolts and there's what's his name, the Silver Shoot, the guy who helped Flim Flam.
Oh yeah,
that guy.
Shilling?
Silver Shill. That's what it was.
Okay.
But yeah, we saw them again, so it would not surprise me if they come or show up for like 5-10 seconds on the finale or something.
Because it would be interesting to see how the town has grown and changed.
Who's the new mayor?
Replaced one dictator with
Traded
another.
one villain for another.
Yes.
So very interesting, and I'm really looking forward to next week's and the weeks after, and there's a lot of interesting stuff coming up, I believe. And pretty soon we'll have the background pony episode.
Let's keep this hype train rolling.
No derails.
Please.
Nothing stops this train. So yes, that's, I guess, it. We can really talk about this episode. We probably, if we watched it again, we could pick out more stuff. But yeah, overall entertaining. Not the greatest premiere, but still a good one and still nice setup for the rest of the season. I'm hoping this keeps up and they improve from here.
Yep. It's a good start.
Yeah. Phoenix Magic came out, but we don't have that comic issue because
our local
shipping partner is being dumb, unfortunately. But we do have a brief fanfic update. Nothing else really. Didn't find a fanfic, didn't find music. We weren't really planning on it because we wanted to devote most of our time to the premiere.
Discussion, yes.
One fanfic did finish. It was Twilight Falls Sunset Dawn. Like I said last time, they said one more chapter, and hey, he finished.
Yay.
Final chapter and the epilogue have been posted. And overall, I would say this story was a very nice read. to all the way to the end. He did admit to some faults in his. He has author notes at the end of the epilogue. If you want to go check those out, he admits to some of his faults and what he could have done better. Like he admitted regarding Luna, he wrote himself to a corner. Either she's a jerk, or she's an idiot. He went with the lesser evil. Went with she's kind of a jerk. Because he don't want to make Luna an idiot.
It would not have been.
But it's very interesting how, and he said, yes, this is how I always intended to end it. But Sunset is kind of repentant, but she's just kind of broken, and she doesn't know what to do, but she doesn't feel like she deserves any of Twilight's kindness or anything. She's too dangerous to let stay and all that jazz. So it's very interesting watching how this all wraps up. So I recommend checking it out because the story stayed good all the way, pretty much throughout, with a couple of just issues here and there. That's it. I don't got a lot else.
Nope.
You don't got a lot else?
I don't got anything to add.
Yes. So we are at the end of our premiere episode.
Aww.
But now we don't have to come up with something new every week to talk about.
Hooray!
We just gotta watch a new episode every week.
Yay!
Which is gonna be great.
Yes, it's gonna be awesome.
But yes, if you enjoyed our talk about this episode and want to hear, maybe past episodes and future episodes, you can go to pony411.libsyn.com. Everything is there for download or just listen to in your browser. You can also go to youtube.com/pony411 if you don't want to download or anything. You can also go to iTunes, search for Pony411, and subscribe right there. Simple, easy, done. You can also go to Stitcher.com, or the apps on iOS or Android. Search for us there. You will be listed. You can subscribe. I don't know if they have a subscribe thing or not, but you can listen to us any which way. Find the old episodes as well. You can also listen to us on Ponyville FM every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And we're also on the Ponyville Live network, ponyvillelive.com. When we post our episodes, they'll show up. You'll see them. Go there. You'll find them. If you want to contact us, you can email us at pony411podcast@gmail.com. Questions, comments, criticisms, whatever. Tell us why we were wrong about something, or maybe some big, huge thing we obviously overlooked. How could we?
How could we?
Indeed. You can also like us on Facebook. We're, /pony411. We post the new episodes and whatnot there. You can also find us on Twitter. We're at pony411.
We promise to make sense there.
Yes, we tweet. We tweet a lot. Especially when we have a new episode and we're asking you guys about it and whatnot.
Yay.
So go check that out. Follow us. It's nice. If you want to follow our personal Twitters, I'm at Nemesis Prime 1. He's at Alca7raz with a 7 and 7T and an underscore at the end. We both sometimes tweet. I think actually right now the Pony 411 is actually more active than either of us. Yeah. Although I still sometimes kind of go create a little,
crazy about Halo or whatnot.
Halo or upcoming episode or whatever. Go check us out there. And that is the end. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tune in next week. We are going to be covering the next episode 3 of Season 5. And it's going to be our 99th episode, which means something's coming. But until then, though, please pony responsibly. Goodbye.